Welcome to the Frostburg Minute. I'm your host, Jessica Dunagan, and here with me today is the Frostburg State women's soccer coach, Brian Parker. Welcome.
Hi.
Today we will be talking about the history of the soccer program here at Frostburg and where it has come to today. I'll be asking a few questions to get us started. First, can you tell us about your background with Frostburg and how you became the coach here?
Well, thanks for having me, Jess, and it is a long story, but I'll start by saying I came here as a recruited soccer player in 1987. I was a goalkeeper, was on the men's team for 3 years. Obviously fell in love with the game, really wanted to stay involved, trained to be a teacher here, went to graduate school, coached a little bit more, and I was a high school teacher and coach, expecting to do that for many, many years when Carrie Lysick, the current Frostburg State coach, decided to take a different job in the middle of the summer. So I believe that was 2002. So I applied for the job. My wife gave me permission to apply for the job, and I did. And I got the job, and that was 18 years ago. So I got a chance to come back to my alma mater and be the head coach and just focus on soccer. I think when I was a high school teacher, I was busy teaching, coaching, running a soccer club, trying to raise a family. And so being a full-time soccer coach, in a way, kind of simplified my life at that time, and obviously was kind of a dream come true for me.
Great. How and when did the women's program start at Frostburg?
Well, when I was an undergrad here, I had an injury and decided to basically take a year off playing in 1990. And there was a club team here for women, and I decided to just volunteer to coach the club team. It had existed for several years. One of the men's assistants had run the club. So I decided to give it a try and just coach the girls, and we put out a flyer and just recruited players off of the bulletin boards on campus, and there was no real internet then, so we just used flyers in the dining hall and whatnot. Got a team together, made a schedule, and so I volunteered to coach club soccer here. I ended up doing that for 3 years and really enjoyed it. So when I left, I wrote a petition for the university to adopt women's soccer as a sport, and there was a committee hearing and testimony, and Dr. Gira at the time really decided that it was the right thing to do. So the university added women's soccer, women's softball, and women's volleyball in an effort to really comply with Title IX. And so I was already gone and went away to grad school. And so a gentleman named Ray Kitty, who had been a men's assistant coach and is a longtime soccer figure here in Allegheny County, was the first women's soccer coach at the varsity level. So it was kind of interesting that I kind of came full circle and got a chance to come back and become the head coach of the program that I helped to start. It was pretty fun.
Great. How do you think the program has evolved from the start to now?
Wow, we've been through so much. I like to say every 5 or 6 years you hope that something kind of changes and there's a little bit more challenge in what you're doing, and so that's happened here without really having to try. We changed conferences twice. We've built that turf field in the stadium, which was a fantastic addition. We've developed facilities and academic programs. This building we're in today is new since then. So I think the university has just evolved and developed and become very attractive to Maryland athletes. And so we're in a great soccer state, and it's not easy to recruit by any means, but it is good, easy for us to get players' attention at an affordable state school up here in the mountains of Western Maryland. So I like to say our team has improved in every way over the years. We had some very good teams when I was here in the AMCC, and we won a lot of conference championships, but the CAC was a step up, and now moving to Division II is another step up, and so we just kind of answer the bell, just keep responding to challenges and recruiting better and better students and athletes, and it's been a challenge, but it's been a lot of fun.
Okay, and lastly, where do you hope to see the program in the future?
Well, the move to Division II has been a challenge. It's been interesting. We're in a much tougher conference with a lot of international players, as you know, and so it's going to be a challenge, but it's unique. We're the only Division II soccer team in the state of Maryland, so we're going to use obviously our commitment to the scholarship model, as well as the nature of Division II and how unique our program is, to just recruit a little bit higher caliber players. And we're competitive in the MEC already, but I think that it's been a real nice kind of stimulus to the athletic department. We're improving some facilities and obviously spending scholarship money now in new conference, and it's actually ironic that we're in Division II in a new conference with a little less travel than we had before, but different schools and different challenges. And I think we're going to be competitive in the MEC, and we're going to be in the postseason here. I think in a short time, hopefully very short time.
Good. Thank you for coming in today to talk talk to us about the program here. I look forward to following the team and all the success to come. Make sure to tune in next time for the next segment of the Frostburg Minute.